I wanted to take this opportunity to say Happy Mother's Day to all of the mothers that are out there. We thank you for your commitment. We thank you for your hard work. We thank you for your dedication. We thank you for raising us and helping us to be the people that we have become, giving us those skills that has helped us along life's journey. So this weekend, we celebrate you, we honor you, and we remember you. Happy Mother's Day from the Phillips Christian Methodist Episcopal Church. I also would like to take this time to say congratulations to all of the 2020 graduates. We know that this is a special time in your life. This is a milestone that you have reached. And we pray that it has been a blessing to you. For many, this weekend would have been a time of graduation. But yet, you have not been able to celebrate the way that you have wanted to. But you know what? You still have accomplished something awesome. And we want to say thank you for all that you're doing and congratulations. Now, after all of the tests and after all of the late night studying and after all of the thesis and after all of the dissertations, the question becomes, now what? Where will you go from here? What impact will you make on your community, your nation, and the world? And that is only a question that you can answer. I know that many of you want fame and fortune and all the blessings that life has to bring. But the question becomes, what will you do to make a change in the world? What will you do for the greater community? Because the reality of life is that we are in one of those moments and seasons where you as new graduates will make a difference. What will your legacy be? What will people remember you for? And how will you change the dynamics of our community, nation, and the world? I ask you, be positive in all that you do. I ask you to take seriously your knowledge that you have learned, take seriously all the things that you have acquired, take seriously all the experiences and make them a benefit for the greater good of our community. Dr. Martin Luther King wrote a book, and he talked about community or chaos. And the idea is that we are living in a time and a season where we must discover what do we want out of our communities. COVID-19 pandemic has caused many of us to be uncertain about the future. But you know what? It has not stopped us from caring about one another. And it is important for us to be about supporting each other and knowing that we are part of this great fabric of human community. This past week, many of us saw the video of Ahmaud Arbery being murdered for just jogging through his community. We are living in some difficult times. We as African Americans have long in this country been exposed to racism, prejudice, and violence. But now it seems that it has reached a new level. But it's going to take each one of us, regardless of our ethnicity, regardless of our race, regardless of our culture, it's going to take each of us working together to help overcome the systemic racism that is part of our community. We pray for Ahmaud's family. We pray for the community. We pray that cooler heads will prevail. We pray that those in the state of Georgia who have control to prosecute those who have committed this hideous crime. We pray that justice will prevail. And we pray that our communities become more loving and understanding. But at the same time, we know that there is much work that needs to be done. We know that there is much work that needs to be accomplished as we work together, as we do what's necessary, by any means necessary, to help our communities become safer, and become more just for everyone. I would also like to thank Faith in Action Alabama for their hard work in helping to push SB 209. SB 209 is a bill, a Senate bill that is helping to remove obstacles for those who have been formerly incarcerated to help them vote in the state of Alabama. It has passed the Senate Judiciary Committee, and now it goes before the whole Senate. And we ask you, all the residents of Alabama, to call your state senator and to ask them to support this bill, SB 209. Thank you, Faith in Action Alabama, for your hard work and commitment and dedication to help us overcome systemic racism and to help us be the best that we can be in the state of Alabama. As we deal with this COVID-19, we know that many municipalities, cities, and states have begun to lift some of the restrictions of stay at home and being sheltered in place. But I ask you, please be patient and please be mindful. Please understand that this virus impacts so many. It has no respect of person. It has no respect of color, age, race, economic status, and it impacts all of us. Those who may feel that it is your right or your duty to go around without mask or practice social distancing, know that your decision impacts all of us. Here at Phillips, we have made the decision to continue to be sheltered in place and continue to do worship virtually, because we believe it is our responsibility to protect those who are in the position that are critically impacted by this virus. We believe that we need more testing so that we can know who's infected and who is asymptomatic, and we need to be able to understand more how this virus impacts our community. I thank you for all that you're continuing to do. We thank you for the support that you're giving the Phillips CME Church family, and we thank you for continuing to pray for one another and look out for one another. We especially thank our essential personnel, those doctors and nurses and EMTs and all of those who are helping to provide for us and keep us safe. And to all of those who are working in our grocery stores and in restaurants to keep us fed, we thank you so very, very much. So from the Phillips CME Church family, we thank you, and to God be the glory.